How's it going?
It's going good. Just warming her up a little bit.
Well, hello and welcome to the show. We've done something a little different today as we progress with DeeDee and this young filly. Because we've moved outside and our goal is to get outside of the round pen, DeeDee again got a little bit nervous. So for me, the thing to do is immediately go back to what you're familiar with. And DeeDee likes to do groundwork. She's good at it, so just come back in here, put a little bit of time and effort into that, and then be ready to go on. So you're happy with your groundwork?
Happy with the groundwork. She seems real relaxed.
Great. So we're going to review some of what we've done the last couple of weeks and then progress this filly in her training. And that's coming up right here on Discovering the Horseman Within.
Now the sun is rising slowly on the mountain you must climb, and the trail that takes you closer to the source. And you dream about the moment when you leave it all behind and climb up on that one true horse. That one true horse, the perfect partner built to ride. One true horse, a bond that cannot be denied. You would search forever just to have the chance to take a ride on one true horse. I'm gonna take a ride on one true horse.
So in revenge for the torture I've given DeeDee the last couple of weeks, she's given me this unbelievable head cold. And then to make it even better, her and Diane Killen from High Horse Productions have tried to drown me in home remedies. So I don't even know if I'm gonna make it through this shoot, but if I do make it through, what we wanna do is progress with Ebony's training, okay? Yeah. So I think it's important to list your goals before you start. I think that's really important. And for you, where you're overcoming a confidence issue on young horses, you need to know where you're going before you get there, okay? So what I want you to do when you first get on her, you can go back, you can soften a little bit on the ground, review, but the idea is your review should be less and less each day. You shouldn't have to go all the way back to the beginning and take an hour to get your horse ready. You should take 2 minutes per exercise and maybe end up at 6 minutes of review. By today, you should maybe take a minute per exercise and end up with 3 minutes of review, ready to get on and ready to go.
Right.
When we feel like we can trot around here really nice and keep her head really soft and keep her where we want her, then we'll take her out into the bigger arena and graduate the two of you to a more difficult level.
Okay.
Any questions?
How many times do you think should I step up and down on her, or should I just get in the saddle today?
No, you step up and down as much as you feel necessary.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's lots less.
Okay.
But you do it as much as you feel necessary.
Okay. Get started?
Get started.
Okay.
It's A to Z horsemanship. We've talked about that the last couple of weeks. What did DeeDee do? She walked right back to the horse. She picked up on the rein. She did the exact same thing that she's done in the first two sessions. She goes right back, puts it all together. Now, if you notice, she's actually softening and disengaging the horse's hindquarters at one time, where in the first session, that was two different steps. Now, as the horse's training progresses, it becomes one step. Remember, this young horse has been started. She's got about 15 rides on her before DeeDee started. Lots of what DeeDee is going through, this horse already knows, but they don't know it together. And so it's important for DeeDee to get that opportunity to build that relationship with this horse. We've added a lot bigger obstacle. We came outside. There's a lot more going on. There's birds flying overhead. There's horses over in pens over there, horses in pens over there, trees blowing over there. All of a sudden, there's different things. We were in a pretty sterile environment inside the arena. So now we've added another obstacle to overcome for both of them.
Now on this side,
Yep.
she's not getting soft, so I kind of keep shortening the rein a little bit.
Okay.
And is that okay?
It's okay to shorten it a little bit, but wait on her. Don't shorten it too fast. What I would do is start kissing to her and moving her feet and use her body to cause that nose to get softer.
Okay.
By moving her feet, she naturally wants to come forward, and that adds her own pressure to the rein. There you go. If you keep shortening the rein and shortening the rein and shortening the rein, pretty soon you've got this horse's head tied over to his shoulder, and there's no place to go for him to actually give. You've got him right here, and you're like, he won't soften, he won't give. He can't. You've taken all the space away. At this stage with a young horse, we use our hands a lot. And we spend a lot of time picking up on reins. But remember this, your hand is the most aggressive tool you can use. People say all the time, well, spurs are really rough. I mean, you can poke a hole in one and you can make him bleed. Yes, you can. And you should be careful to never do that. But with a bit, you can cut his tongue off. You can cause him to starve to death. So you want to be really careful with your hands. You want to be soft. Now, does that mean you can't add pressure? No, it just means you want to be careful. You never want to jerk that rein. You never want to pop that rein. You want to just take steady pressure and be slow and easy. How's it going?
She's doing good.
There you go, good. She switched that hand. Some of those things that we talked about in the first session are becoming a habit to her. She's adjusting her feet in the stirrup. She's keeping her hand on the saddle horn. I'm not having to mention that stuff. She's just doing that naturally. That's really good.
Needed to take it out just a little bit more.
Sure. When you're aware of that, then I don't need to mention it. You notice she keeps that rein in her hand at all times. You want that rein always in your hand, okay? You want to know for a fact you have control. Good.
I think she's actually pretty relaxed.
Okay.
Ouch.
Good. You ready to get on her?
Yep.
All right. Now, we've spent about 8 minutes in review, which really isn't very long. In the life of a horse who's going to live to be 30, what's 8 minutes, right? I mean, frankly, it's not much. I've got 25 years to prepare this horse for my grandchildren. I'll probably have grandchildren before then, but I've got 25 years to prepare her. So what's the hurry, okay?
Oh, you said probably to instantly start having her flex.
Yeah, I like to flex my colts and get their hindquarters to move a little bit before we just walk off straight, so that they don't get in the habit of moving off as soon as I sit in the saddle. I like them to think about it and think maybe we're going to change directions first. Okay. Good. Excellent. Ride her around a little bit. Now, right now this doesn't look very different from last week, but that's the way it should be. Everything in a rhythm, everything consistent, everything the same, and each session you progress and go a little further. Good, go ahead and step off her.
Okay.
Just rock your saddle and step right off of her. I'd probably step off the right-hand side rather than the left-hand side. I don't like to ever get myself stuck between the horse and a panel. Good job. Excellent. We're going to progress this horse quite a little bit more right after this. Okay, so you probably warmed that horse up slower than I would have, which in the long run is a good thing for you, because it builds your confidence. And that's really important for you, is that you don't get pressured by somebody standing there. I thought you took plenty of time. I'd like to see it go a little faster, but it went as fast as it needed to go for your level of confidence. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get back on her.
Okay.
And see if we can't spend about 5 minutes going over what we went over the other day, and 5 minutes on some new stuff outside.
So get on her and ask her to give to the bit.
Just start moving around, giving to the bit. One rein, stop and back up. 2 reins of softness. During the break, I asked her if this is making her nervous, and she said, yeah, the thought of going outside is making her nervous. So what you want to do is you don't want to rush that. You take that until you're ready. And if she's not ready today, then that's fine. Okay? Just ride her around a little more assertively. Don't be quite so much of a passenger.
Okay.
It's time for you to start riding her a little more. There you go. She's a really good disposition little horse. You just want to take your time, but ride her assertively. So what do I mean by that? Don't get on and jam and spur and hustle and push real hard, but at the same time, you need to go someplace. This is a training program. Okay, if every day you get your horse out and all you do is what you did yesterday, your horse will never progress. It will never get any better. You need to add something new. You need to add a few minutes of new every day. So a couple of things we're going to add new today. We added the outside environment. We're going to add more two-rein work, and we're going to add, hopefully, outside the round pen. And that'll be plenty of new stuff for you to add on your colt at home. Again, is this going the way that it would go if I was on this horse? No, I'd probably ride her a little faster and put a little more into it. I'm not the one riding her. And that's the important thing for you to remember. When somebody stands on the ground and starts telling you what to do and everything you're doing wrong, sometimes the best thing you can do is just say, here, you do it. Because there's no sense in you getting pressured by somebody and ending up hurt. Good, all right, I want to see some directional changes.
I like to stick with where we were at.
You like sticking with where we were at yesterday?
I'm just kidding.
I like to move along. Okay, pick up on two reins. She's moving out nice. Pick up on two reins. Before you go to the trot, just pick up on two reins and ask her to soften her nose.
Okay.
Just real soft. Hold one rein a little more than the other. Kind of bend her off center. There, right there. As soon as she softens that nose to two reins, release her. Okay, ride her forward and do it again. Get that face to come to vertical. There, good job. Now go ahead and pick her up to a jog. Go ahead and use your legs a little bit. You've asked several times. She jogged better yesterday, so go ahead and add your legs. There you go. Good. All right. What I want you to know is you have total control in here over her movement before you go outside. Good. Now pick up on those two reins and shut her down. Good. Soften. Now just because her body stopped, you don't release, don't pull, just hold.
Really?
You see, you started to pull. You started to brace your upper body and just lean back and pull. Don't pull. You're not trying to increase the pressure. You're just waiting on her. Just wait and let her get soft. All right, change directions, go the other way.
Okay.
Good. Take her across that front end really nice. Just trot off.
I start to lean forward.
Right, sit back and drive. Drive her up there. Don't carry her forward. Drive her up there. Maintain a direction. Good job. Good. Now she's kind of just stopping in the front end. She doesn't really want to stretch out. I want to see her move out a little better. There. There. Now go ahead and stop her. One rein first, then the other.
Oh, one
It's
rein
all right.
first.
Now just maintain this. Now pick up the second rein
Okay.
and just soften that nose. It's sort of a 1-2 rein stop. Okay? Good.
Now wait for her to back up or just...
You can wait on her to back up if you like. But again, more one rein than the other. Don't pull. Now, shorten that one rein. If she starts to walk forward, see, you've lost her. She's over there in that pen.
Okay.
So one rein. You pulled on two, just pick up on one rein more, get her back to you.
Okay.
There you go. Wait on her. She needs to back up a few steps. And you need to pay more attention so you know when you've lost her. She's just turning. There you go. Now, your hands are wanting to do this and help her. Just set them solid.
Okay.
Just set them right there. Keep her off center a little bit. If she leans on you now, move her hindquarters over.
Okay.
Move her hindquarters over and stay with it until she backs up. That's her front end. Stay with that till the hindquarters moves over. There you go. Now shift backwards. There, almost. There. There. When she's soft, release her. Good. Good. Excellent. All right, let's take her the other direction. Let's go. Good. Trot off. Okay, one rein first and then the other and pull her to a stop. Right over here, she's hitting a stone every now and then. She's not liking it. One rein first and then the other and bring her to a stop. She doesn't need to be trotting. Okay, just back her up. All right, so we've got basics of control. We can turn right and left. We can go forward, we can stop, and we're getting a little bit of backup. Now, that's a long ways from a broke horse, but you've got her in a spot where she can't win.
I was just gonna let her head get soft.
Okay.
That was
All
it.
right. You want to be aware of that. Her butt's at the panel.
Right.
You kind of got her in a spot where she can't win.
Okay.
You ready to take her outside?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and step off her.
Okay.
All right, so it's a big moment. You're outside. You ready for this?
Ready to ride.
All right. Remember, Larry Mahan told me the money's in the neck. All right, so what do you do different now, right? I mean, you're out here. What do you do any different? Nothing. Everything stays exactly the same. All you do now is just pick her up and ride around here, right there, bend her. See how she wanted to walk forward? She's getting that habit.
Yeah.
Okay, we want her to take that habit away. Now just ride her around out here and keep her in this kind of area right here. Just let her move into a bigger arena is all it is. There's nothing any different. And you kind of ride a fine line here. How much is too much of fooling around with them and how much isn't enough? Well, you go right back to the exercises, and if they're responding correctly, great. If they're not, you need to work more at it. It's that simple. If she's throwing her head into the bit, you need to hold it till she's soft. At this point, you notice she's kind of ambling. I want to see her walk a little bit.
So should I give her a chance to stride out before I pick up on one rein?
No, keep her striding out while you pick up on that rein.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep that energy up. I don't want to see her amble. A horse that's got time to amble has time to spook, they have time to get upset. When they're going someplace and they're actually being ridden, they're concentrating on you. So the busier you stay, the better they're going to be. Be kind of specific. Don't just wander. You want to start getting this horse really finished. Your hands are really good. You're doing a nice job there. You're sitting well. Everything looks really good. So now just kind of be a little more definite. There you go. Pick up on both reins. Good. Bring her back around in front of me. Now right there, see how she's kind of fooling? You wait until she gets soft. There you go. But see, what did she do? She got soft and stopped and thought about going backwards.
Yeah.
I want her to get soft going forward into that bit. You've got to keep that goal. You got to keep that in mind. What are you really looking for?
Okay.
And don't release what you're not looking for. Remember, that's how we teach our horses in release. So if the only place she gets a release is by stopping and backing up, shortly, what are you going to have? You're going to have a heck of a stop and back up horse.
Right.
But you're not going to have much for a right and left turn horse. That's one of those places where we talked about, am I qualified to ride a young horse? You bet you are. But keep in mind, you're riding a young horse and ride accordingly. If you get up there and just sort of lollygag and la, pretty soon you're just going to have this colt who doesn't know the right answer to anything. And they're not going to know what to do or where to do it, and they're just going to bounce around, and they're not going to look like much, and they're not going to know much.
Well, like if I want her to do a little circle right here, I kind of want to pull her and guide her so much with the reins, you know, to make that perfect circle.
Sure.
With the reins in my legs.
There's nothing wrong with striving for that perfect circle right now. The sooner you start striving for perfection, the sooner she's going to reach it. What's important is that you do two things. One, you give her a reward when she tries. And two, you don't give her a reward if she doesn't try. And you don't hang on her more than is necessary.
How's that?
It's looking better. That's good. So what I look for is, did she improve? Did we get accomplished some of what we wanted accomplished? Absolutely. So bring her up here,
Okay.
back her up.
Oh, back her up.
I like to end right there with a little softness and a little back up, and then just step off of her. Wait for that head to get soft
Right.
and quiet. She wants to fool with that head.
Right.
Wait for it to get quiet. Your hands are just like side reins. Good. And just step off of her. Good job. Good job. Excellent. And so you've progressed her from gentle little horse to your first outside ride.
It wasn't too bad.
Oh, it looked really good.
I think with a little bit of practice and, just getting it into memory, that's going to help.
Yeah. Okay, so really what would we do now? Well, for the next 5 to 6 rides, I would just repeat what you just did in here in a walk until you can do it in a trot. Until you can just take this horse anywhere you want it to go. And then I would start working on lateral movement. I would start working on a little more body control. And I would start getting this horse outside.
Absolutely.
Getting her out and trail riding her a little bit and letting her see some country and letting her become a better broke horse.
Right.
All in all. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And until next time, may God bless the trails you ride.
For more information about Ken McNabb Clinics, appearances, and products, visit kenmcnabb.com.
One true horse, the perfect partner built to ride. One true horse, a bond that cannot be denied. You would search forever just to have the chance to take a ride on one true horse. Gonna take a ride on one true horse.